10 to 10 in the morning on the 31st, and we're getting on Nerd Boat. We're going to PAX. PAX. It's going to be great. There's like 12 of us on this boat. Basically, James went down early, and everyone else I know from Victoria who's going to PAX is on this boat. These are the vlogging seats.
Yeah, we're vlogging in a...
On this boat, you can get alcohol, such as beers, but also mimosas. Kate has acquired the mimosa. How is it, by the way?
It's good.
Ah, the California champagne.
It's extra. It's not. It can't be champagne. It's not from Champagne. It's from California.
California champagne.
It's extra dry.
Oh, my son. Who is it actually?
JFJ. That's the worst logo ever. Look at it.
Good old We're now on the Victoria Clipper, heading down to Seattle for PAX. It's very fast, though the crossing still takes 2.5 hours, and sometimes can be a little unstable, which has on occasion earned it the nickname the Vomit Comet. But it's a beautiful day and the sea is fairly calm, so things are going all right. Looks like somebody from Bungie took a page out of Wizard's book last year, and they're turning the Paramount Theater into the Destiny experience. And there's giant bits of staging and stuff outside that look like a crashed ship or something. Anyway, hey, it's Thursday evening on Thursday, August 31st, and we're down here in Seattle for PAX, the Penny Arcade Expo. And now I'm just gonna go catch up with a bunch of the other folks who are at the Pine Box because James has my badges. Then I can get back to the convention center, get our Bandland banner, and head up to the table.
I'm not drunk enough for this yet, James.
Get the camera out of my face.
We're eating food, and I stole his vlogging camera.
Yeah.
Every vlog I've ever watched tells me that this is what you do. You steal somebody else's camera and vlog for them.
I've been in Seattle for 2 hours, and I'm already getting drunk.
All right, got my badge. Because Adam is a hero, I have some food. And now heading back to the convention center. And I'm gonna try and swing past whatever the hell they're doing Destiny-wise over at the Paramount Theater, because I wanna check that out. Seattle the night before PAX is always... it's super interesting to walk around, because there's obviously a huge number of people who are just in Seattle, right? And they of course greatly outnumber anyone who is involved in PAX. But there's lots of people, especially people for whom this is their first PAX, sort of wandering around with a sort of look of awe at Seattle, because it is a very impressive city. And then there's people rolling bizarre things down the sidewalks, things that need to go to the expo floor to get set up, strange displays, people lugging around giant cases that tomorrow will become elaborate costumes. It's a very, it feels like something very cool and big is about to happen, and it is. Downtown Seattle is about to get taken over for 4 days. That worked. That was successful. And now up to Bandland, or wherever Bandland is. this year, which I think is where it was 2 years ago, which is good because where it was 2 years ago was great, and where it was last year was kind of not as great, despite being very close by.
Bugs are made of meat.
The Krog pens turned out so well. I'm so excited about these.
It's a pleasure.
Also, it's complete random happenstance that we have them here. They weren't ever supposed to be a PAX pin. We have a pin, which I also love, which is the Spookbucks pin. This little guy. Look at that little nerp. Look at him. This was going to be the show pin. And then the other ones just sort of showed up, and it was great. I did the thing that I had to do, put the banner up. Time for dinner. Now, amusingly, it looks like I put 4 t-shirt designs up on the banner, and we have one of those 4, and then we have a different design that is not one of those 4. So we're gonna have to figure out some way of getting around that. Cam's suggestion, which I quite like, is to put sold out signs across the ones we don't have to create artificial scarcity. It's good. Ran into a couple of guys just there who have, they're doing work for IGN and for Nindies that have basically this exact camera. Like not quite this exact camera. This is the A6500, they have the A7, so it's a better Sony DSLR than this one. But then on these rigs with like cinema lenses and giant like 4K preview monitors, super cool looking. Friday morning, PAX officially begins in about an hour. There's already a large lineup across the street of people raring to go. And so we're going to check out the show floor before all of that happens to it. And then we're going to see our booth and, I don't know, see some other stuff.
Hey there, it's your boy Kathleen doing a report at PAX. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I can't do that, I'm sorry. We're at PAX. Just went on the show floor, and I impulse bought something I almost never buy, which is a dress. Because it was very cute, it had dice on it. And I'm like, oh, I could wear this when I play D&D. It's not even black. I don't even know what's happening to me. Who am I? What have I become? Become commerce crazed. I'm mad with power.
But really, if you could like, share, and subscribe, that'd be helpful. This here band line's a lot harder to miss, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's at the top of this very, 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 very long escalator. And then actually, just get off the escalator and you can see our booth right from here.
I know.
Great.
One-stop shopping convenience.
I'm bringing back batteries because our lights that say LRR that you and I got in Australia last year are running a little low on battery power. They look real nice though.
Yeah, I would love to do that, and I have some.
Yeah, either that or battery packs.
Yeah.
Why, hello.
Nah.
It's our booth. It's our booth times. We're at the booth, and we have this gentleman here What's your name? Jason. By the way, we're here with Jason, and Jason has just dropped off this fancy, it's a magic cardback keychain.
Fancy.
Right? That's all it is. But no, this is one of the Exelon geocache trackable. Oh, I shouldn't put the... Oh. Hopefully you won't see the code. I'm trying to catch up. I shouldn't broadcast the code.
I almost forgot about that earlier too.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is, we're going to take this one back to Victoria and log it there somewhere, and hopefully someone will take it from there and take it even further away.
Maybe we'll get some cool spoilers as it travels.
Yes. Thank you.
Of course. My pleasure.
These are for Penelope. Are there pigs? She'll love pigs.
I got Jaffa cakes. I got about an hour before I got to be at the Westin for the Jackbox panel, so I'm going to go check out the Destiny experience over the Paramount Theater and see what that looks like now that it's together. Apparently it's crazy and full of people, and no one should be surprised by that. I forgot they had a thing with Rockstar for this game. They have an inflatable Rockstar outside, and they're just giving away free Rockstar, which I guess would be good if I wanted a free Rockstar. If you remember last year, this place was all redone as Kaladesh for Wizards of the Coast when they took over the Paramount Theater. And they're not really exhibiting here this year because HasCon is next weekend. And so Bungie's now has taken over the Paramount and made this area into sort of like the tower a little bit, I guess. I don't know if it super jives with Destiny's art direction. It now reminds me more of Kaladesh, because they put these, put like the red, just swaths of fabric across. But there's also a lineup from the front door, up some stairs, around the mezzanine, all the way around, and then back down these stairs, just for the Bungie store, which is it's pretty impressive to have that many people lining up to give you money. He says, wishing he was in the line and had time to wait in it. Because I did not have that line, by the way, was 3 hours at its peak, maybe more like 2.5 right now. And because I don't have that time, because the Jackbox panel now is in 45 minutes, and this, quite rightly, does me no good in jumping that queue. They will only jump the queue for medical badges, which is great. Sean here helped me out, aka Dark Morford. He's filmed panels for us in the past, and will be again today.
That's right.
So I was able to be like, could you get me the following items? And he was able to do that. And I just sort of like leaned over the barrier, signed for my credit card. It all worked out great. Congratulations, Bungie. You've got people lining up for 2.5 hours to give you money. Anyway, thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.
No problem.
And now, to the Westin. Brief pit stop at the hotel to drop off the stuff I bought, and the collectible, the Destiny pins. They've got the 3 factions, Dead Orbit for Life, and the 4th pin is like a blind box random thing, so I need to see what I got. Da da da. Oh, the Jade Rabbit! I have absolutely no idea what the sort of the rarities are, but I just know that in the game, Jade Rabbit stuff tends to be pretty cool. So that's dope. All right, well, time to go rep in Dead Orbit. Good. Now, just got to get to the Westin in the next 25 minutes, which is fine because it's like a block from here. I just want to get there early because we're playing games from Jackbox Party Pack 4, and it's possible that there's games I haven't played, and I'm going to be playing them in front of an audience. So, just want to make sure that I know how to do them. big theater to fill, but they filled it. Now we got to entertain.
So we'll play Survive the Internet first. It's essentially a trolling game where we take your words and then you twist them so you look like an idiot.
Penis is definitely the way to go in that drawing game. Man, you're so close with the camera.
It's a very wide lens.
It's so close.
You heard it here first. Penises, the way to go. Thanks, Kate, for that stirring
Content.
content.
Hashtag content.
Yeah. I've just been informed that penises are the way to go. Do you concur?
I do not. I actually did not support most of the penis-based,
All right, we're 1v1 on penises being the way to go.
I'm a down with penises. I'm sorry. Real talk. They annoy me, and they're kind of gross.
I like the mantis.
Mantis penises is a whole different
It's a
discussion
different genre.
of porn.
I guess.
I like pirate mantis porn if I'm getting specific, but
Mantis is wearing eye patches.
two.
Yeah.
Makes
Well,
the
they have.
makes
they-
the
they
sex all the better.
Compound eyes, it's a mess. Very exciting that tomorrow James and I get to be involved in the Gearbox show in the main theater because they're unveiling Desert Bus VR. And so James and I are catching up right now with Elisa from Gearbox so we can go over what that show is going to entail. Which is going to entail James sitting playing a VR rig the whole time, which I volunteered him for. So that should be fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ha. All right. The plan is in place. So the plan is that James is going to sit in a chair for an hour and a half.
That's a dumbass idea.
It's perfect. It's so in the spirit. So basically what happened was Gearbox contacted us and we're like, hey, we're debuting Desert Bus VR at our PAX show and we'd like Desert Bus for Hope to have some sort of involvement in that, and then you can tell the audience what the fundraiser is about, what it does, and when it starts. And we were like, okay, that sounds great. And so we threw ideas back and forth for how to get us involved, and Elisa said that it'd be funny to have someone on stage playing the game, and I was like, oh man, wouldn't it be great to have someone sitting there just playing the game unacknowledged until they actually announce it and go, oh, and this guy's been playing the whole time. And it made sense for James to be that guy because he's had the most hours in the game, and then I can do like the talky bit while James is playing the game. What I didn't know, and I want to assure you I did not know this, that they were going to talk about Desert Bus last,
Yeah.
and that the show was an hour and a half.
Yeah. That's fine. I can't think of anything I'd rather do at PAX than sit down for an hour and a half. It seems nice.
So the expo floor is closed, but I'm here on the expo floor on the Sky Bridge at a exhibitor party that I'm allowed to be at by virtue of my VIP badge, and I'm gonna darn well take advantage of that. Well, that was fun, except for the so the waitstaff bringing food out just got mobbed every time, so you had to stand like right beside the door if you wanted to get any food, meaning that they were just like, I have the food and it's gone. So if you weren't standing there ready to be part of the problem, then you weren't going to get food. Now I'm going to head to the Desert Bus dock screening. I'm at a Twitch party at the Seattle Aquarium. This is very strange. But I've never been to the Seattle Aquarium, so bonus. I sure would like to learn about all these cool fish. Let's check the informational panel. Ah, shit. It's now Saturday morning at 9. Stepped in a broken beer bottle, which I think you just warned me about. And James and I are heading to the Benaroya Hall, which is the PAX main theater, for the Gearbox presentation, which starts in an hour and a half. And why are we lining up so early? we're not. We're going there because we're in it.
Sure am.
Some more than others. Some for more time than others, and we need to go through it a couple times to make sure that it's good. Make sure we know what we're saying and doing. Hopefully part of that is finding coffee, but I feel like they're going to be. I feel like they'd have coffee there.
Yes.
There's already, as you can see up on the mezzanine, a lot of people lined up for this. Because traditionally, the Gearbox show is pretty crazy.
Here, let me give you a scale. It's this big.
James has to be on stage playing Desert Bus VR for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
Who can wear a VR headset for 90 minutes? None people.
No.
I think it says specifically in instructions, don't.
Do not do this.
That's awesome. So that's the shot. And then ladies and gentlemen, da-da-da.
Awesome, give it up.
And then at least if you can kind of guide them back out. I'll say thank you, everybody.
I don't know if we're gonna show. I'll just say this right now, and we can cut it if they don't want us to tell it. But I'm not actually gonna be playing the game at all. I'm just gonna be here sitting in the dark for an hour and 20 minutes, and I only slept for about 4 hours last night. So, what could possibly go wrong?
James was at that aquarium party a lot later than I was. And now we're just putting him in a quiet, dark zone.
Presumably, it won't be very quiet.
Okay, and you get to the right slide.
Yep, so I do.
Okay, when is that?
That is right after.
Okay, so it's staying there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm staying. I'm not leaving after. Fine.
This is so
Survivors.
What?
Just the bit we're doing. It's so weird.
Here. Welcome to the Gearbox show.
They're really featuring that chair.
Yeah. Sure are.
That chair is like front and center. Well, not center, but it's definitely front. I like that every person who comes on stage is going to have to like really obviously walk past you.
Right, yeah, I know.
They started loading the theater, and we don't know how James is supposed to get on stage. All right, they're loading the theater, and James is already in position, as he will be. It's 10:19, and he's going to be there pretending to play VR for like an hour and a half.
And I also learned a lot about this deal that we make with our audience, which is how to.
James has been sitting there for about an hour and 20 minutes now.
Like, I've been a video game developer for, 20 years now. It's the same shitty game. It's the same shitty game.
However.
Oh, we added multiplayer.
Desert Bus for Hope is a charity fundraiser. We're not our own charity. We support Child's Play charity, which, of course, I assume if you're at PAX, you probably know about Child's Play. They do amazing work, and we do this every November. We've been doing it for 10 years. This is the 11th one. Desert Bus 2017 is the 11th.
Awesome.
Desert Bus for Hope.
I think there's other stuff happening in here, so we can stop driving. Woo! Everybody give it up for James. James happens to be the person who has clocked the most hours in Desert Bus at like 250 hours
World
in Desert
record.
Bus.
How was that?
Fucking boring.
Nailed it.
So Randy,
have we learned?
Let's see. Well, have you learned that I'm not?
It was. I almost fell asleep at like the 45-minute point because I was just so tired. It's just dark.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
You glad you did it?
Yeah, I need to go back and watch.
They
it.
loved you, dude. Like,
I need to go and see what happens.
Just this has been so hilarious.
MVP.
Again, so many guest stars.
MVP.
Everybody's got cameras.
So
It's been-
good.
Put in some time at the booth, heading down to talk to our friends at Wormwood, and there's a group of gang beasts engaging in a brawl on the escalator. It's the Cookie Brigade, and I've been given the option of boring or adventurous. Let's have an adventurous cookie. What's that?
You put your hand in the sack,
Okay.
you see what you get, and you get one free reroll. You got an orange creamsicle with craisins, that looks like.
That sounds amazing. I don't want to re-roll that.
And did you want to donate to Child's Play?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, great. When I'm late for the panel, apparently it's dance party time.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
No, I'm getting Overwatching. I'm getting Overwatching.
It is 5:45, and our panel ended an hour and 15 minutes ago, and we've just finished talking to people because there's a meet and greet area near the panel room that they sort of shunted us all
Yeah,
to.
and we mated and greeted.
Yeah.
And it was really good. It's a good idea to do that because otherwise you sort of just like gum up the front of the area and nobody gets to like talk to you because like only like 4 people can do it before the enforcers are like, please leave.
Please leave.
Please leave this room so we can get it ready for the next group of people.
Yeah.
So it was great.
It was really nice. And met a lot of good people, had some great conversations.
Yeah.
Our community's nice.
Yeah, I love our community. Also, I got to gush about Persona 5, which was great. Thank you.
I forgot how busy this central area got at the end of the day.
But yes, I very much agree.
Because the expo floor closed a few minutes ago, and now there's this mass exodus, and you can't move.
Yeah, we're trying to leave at the worst possible time.
Yeah. It's 9. Well, it's almost 9. Hopefully this Starbucks is still open because we're going to a panel. It's the late night dog fight. So named because it's now one-time coffee. Oh, baby. Quite a crowd out for the dub fight this evening. Oh, wonderful. This enforcer knows we've been stuck with smaller
Tiny.
spaces for the dub fight in the past. So we may not fill this room, but we shouldn't have to turn people away.
It's gonna come. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of people outside.
Well, I'm talking shit then, I guess.
Vlogging.
Oh, wait. Fine.
Waluigi? Waluigi?
Hey.
I can't dab in 4 directions. What, like this? And like
spin? No. The other way.
spin into the elbow? But I'm definitely gonna like whack someone.
Yeah, like I'm really nervous.
Yeah. Well, no. Lead with the elbow.
Lead with my like this.
Yeah.
Like lead to this. This is fine.
Your idea is.
My suggestion is that you wind up, and then you
Do that.
Yeah.
That is-
You got to get the whole spin in there.
If all of us turn around.
Like this?
Kick into the 360 dab?
No,
How's that?
We have every angle covered.
This is a vlog.
You just need a 360 camera.
This is content.
Relatable content. Yep. This
No, it's not. It's not relatable at all.
Oh, so you're leaving? The moment no one can relate to us, you're leaving?
No, I have to go. I have to go to the bathroom. Is what it is.
Oh, you gotta go. Well, everybody can relate to that. Move as a pod.
All right, everyone, go to the men's room and watch me take a shit. I guess.
Hey kids, are you looking for something sick to play on the Game Boy? Do you have a lot of drugs in your system? Are you purged by thetans? Well, come on down to Link Scientology Awakening, where we'll sort that out for you. Merry prancing through the forest, being scared shitless by things, going and dancing. That's all on the Game Boy, L. Ron Hubbard edition. Yeah, oh my god. Look at all this crazy shit that's gonna happen. It's on a 6th of something. Nintendo.
That was so good.
That was really fun.
That was really, really fun.
That was really, really fun. I didn't swear this much last year. I definitely swore a lot more.
They were all good swears.
It was good swears.
All good swears.
Yeah, I feel good about that.
Beach won. It doesn't matter, but
No, it really never does.
But he won.
Yay! Hey, it's nice.
Yeah. Sunday, which any normal convention would be the last day, but no, this is PAX, so there's still Monday as well. But don't have as much going on today. Just sort of excited to see a little bit more of the show. We're trying to figure out how we get past this throng of people coming through. The elevators, you see, because stroller. Also, we're not going that way. We're not going where everyone else is going. We're gonna try and find cats. What are we looking for here today? The contrivance for why the cats are here is because of the game Exploding Kittens. And it's an organization called Meow, which is a cat adoption agency, is providing the cats for you to touch, if you so desire. But the lines have been challenging, so we're first in line today, and Penelope's very excited about it.
Good job. Yes, you put in $2 because that's all the cash Mama has. Bye-bye, kitties.
Can you say bye-bye? Ramp confirmed more exciting than kittens. All right, cats were touched. We got very lucky to get in there so early because by the time we were leaving, the line was massive. And now I actually don't know what we're doing. Kathleen and I are on booth duty in 45 minutes, which is not really enough time to do a thing. But maybe I'll try and do a thing, like see the show floor or something. The Exploding Kittens booth has a vending machine, kind of. It's a human-operated vending machine. It's kind of amazing. So we're here at the booth, and this gentleman has a diagram playmat from 5 years ago now.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, and so this is back when we had the pile over here, and then the dead stuff and the really dead stuff over here. And we changed that because we ran an informal poll, and most people preferred to have their stuff on the other side. And he's asking if we'd ever reprint that, and it doesn't make sense for us to do both inventories. But I said I would modify. Thank you, Heather. So let's see.
Okay, so you want to have... Okay, how do you want this laid out? How do you normally play? You want to have your
I
pile
just
over
want to
here?
draw with my left hand. I honestly don't.
Just add another box.
So there?
Yeah, there makes
Okay.
the most sense.
Cool. That's in case anyone gives you gives you crap about it.
Loading ready, run efficient.
Then what do we do with this thing?
Get rid of it. I don't need that.
Scratch it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's good enough. It's a story already.
All right, there you go. Now you have a new one.
Oh, I need a new playmat too. This sucks.
Now you have a new one with the pile where you want it. This is the kind of value you can expect from the Loading Ready Run booth. All right, we're gonna get out of here for a little bit. Where are we going? How far away is this place?
We're walking down right to basically the Pike Place Market.
Okay.
There is a wonderful cafe there called Seattle Coffee Works.
Okay.
And they have Japanese coffee cider, which you cannot get in Victoria.
I don't know what that is.
Oh man, this is going to be an adventure.
I haven't actually tasted any yet because it's still really hot, but it smells amazing.
Oh no, it's ready.
It is?
Yeah. God, that's so good.
Gonna get those berry notes in it.
Wow, yeah.
That should taste more like fruit juice than coffee.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's coffee
Right?
that does not taste like coffee.
Yeah.
Which means we've done it right, which is like
Yeah.
so weird.
A lot of people say I don't like how coffee tastes. I'm like, you're drinking the wrong coffee.
Thus reinvigorated by way too much coffee, back at the show for... Actually, I'm not entirely sure what the afternoon holds. I don't have anything planned. By the way, if you want to see more of that, more of Serge and Graham's coffee adventure, I'm going to put that up as its own video on the channel because there's a lot. Serge goes deep on coffee and it's super fascinating, but it sort of doesn't really have a home in the PAX experience here. Let's have a quick update from everybody else who's been at the booth. Yo!
Hi!
How's it going?
Good!
It's day 3. It's this is what we gotta do now. 3 days. I can't words anymore, which is a problem because I have an improv show in a few hours. So that's gonna be fun.
How have you been doing?
Good. I'm looking forward to 15 minutes from now when we shut down.
Alright, it's almost 9. We've got Penelope down to sleep. Kathleen is on the Action Cats, the game show panel, starting in 15 minutes, which I wish I could go see. But at 10, it's the Improv Initiative, and we need to get together and decide what games we're going to play. Because we haven't talked about what games we're going to play. The good news is there's already a lineup. This panel originally started as like a Super Friends. That's why it was called the Improv Initiative. It was somebody from Wizards, somebody from Gearbox, somebody from Loading Ready Run, somebody from Uber Entertainment, somebody from... It was like a bunch of different places. And over the years, people have sort of come and gone and decided that they don't feel like doing it anymore or aren't able to. And this year, at the last minute, unfortunately, Greg from Uber Entertainment had to duck out, and we brought in Ben as a replacement. So it's now gotten to the point where it's myself, Ian, Beej, Ben, and Dan Emmons, formerly Wizards, now of Blizzard. So it's actually just Loading Ready Run and Dan. Slowly but surely, we worked our way into an improv panel at PAX. In the past, people have really enjoyed halftime, so we'll probably finish finishing with halftime is strong.
Yeah, I'm glad that
'Cause it's high
we know
energy.
the same lingos of games.
Well, because
and whatnot.
I've done enough stuff with Ian and Beej that
Right.
I'm used to the SET lingo.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually like, oh, I really want to do Whose Line, and they're like, oh, you mean I can't even remember what SET calls it. The one where people write phrases down.
Oh, like scenes from a hat kind of thing.
No, not scenes from a hat. Where you're like, like, you know what my mother said to me on her deathbed, and you pull out a line that the audience wrote down and you read that out.
Okay. It's not random lines.
Random lines. Right. Yeah.
But no,
So,
that
but here we can do it with Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, really? Is that?
Well, because it's easier than handing out things. We just go, yo, tweet this with a hashtag.
Man, SCT needs to get like into 2017.
Yeah.
we hand
Welcome to the
out
future.
Beej's sweaty hat from the past 5 years, or however long he's been wearing.
I think that's a relatively new hat. I
Is
think he
it?
got it like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Relatively new. He was complaining coming down here. He's like, I can only carry so much stuff because I got one whole bag for my convention attire. And I just wanted to be like, or don't wear it.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
How about you fucking not bring it for once?
But he's like the most recognizable person out of a crowd and a thing,
I know.
And he lives with it. Even when we went to go get like dinner, people were actually being like, a guy actually passed it by us who was like asking for change, granted and whatnot, but was like, he started off his spiel with, "Oh, can," and by like at that point we had already passed it. We were just like, yeah, Canada.
I mean, he's got a brand, and I deeply value stuff like brand recognition. So fair play to Beej.
We only hope we can dress as ridiculous as he does and be comfortable with it on a regular basis.
And that he launders that outfit. I forgot that Ian is also on that Action Cats panel, which starts at 9 and ends at 10, and this starts at 10, so he's gonna be a little late. In general. Well, that's good that we have the lav mics on the table that we don't need to be there, but alright, let's figure this out.
I'm so excited, my very first time here at a convention.
I wore pants this time.
Oh, man!
But you seemed really, really intent on falling on the ground there.
It was a test!
Oh, no.
Oh, no. All the pizza we could eat!
I love pizza. And I love kickball.
And I love you!
And I put up with you sometimes, too.
And go.
Ah! Oh, you got one, too! What happened?
Ian Horner, who is still wearing ears. Thank you, Ian.
That brought us out on a good note.
Absolutely. Strong.
Once I realized that he might not have realized, I just wanted to see how long it would go.
I completely forgot. I walked over from Action Cats with these on, and
No one stopped you?
Nope.
Well, I mean, I assume he was moving pretty fast, right? Just get out of the way of the man with the cat ears. He looks serious.
Bald guy with cat ears and a briefcase.
Yeah.
He needs to be somewhere.
I've seen that anime.
Yeah.
Apropos of nothing, shoutouts to the Sony A6500 for being really good in low light. It's Monday. It's Monday of PAX. 'Cause it's 4 days. Everyone's moving a little more slowly today.
We had an actual loading ready run hangout. It was weird.
Yeah, we were social and sat and had drinks, and it was very nice. And then got very little sleep as a result, but worthwhile. And so now we're getting coffee and going to the show. So this morning, that looked really cool. This morning, I'm hoping to get a chance to check out Bethesda's Skyrim VR. I was talking to someone who said if I
get onto the floor ahead of time, again exploiting that VIP badge, then potentially I might be able to give it a shot. So let's see. First face of the day into the headsets. I've been missing a really compelling reason to get PSVR, but that was pretty sweet. Thank you so much. That was super fun. I was saying to them that I've been considering a PSVR for some time now, but I didn't really feel like there was a compelling reason to get one. Like, most of the games are sort of like VR hokiness, and definitely this controls weirdly, but it's also actual Skyrim. And sure, Skyrim's not the newest game. Like, I get the joke that Bethesda re-releases Skyrim all the time, but I mean, it's Skyrim's super good, and I don't know. It's I was like, oh, okay, sure, VR, this is neat. I get to walk around it. I just, like, you know, I appreciate VR for the exploration, and Skyrim seems like a great place to explore. But man, when that giant spider dropped down from the ceiling, I was like, oh, I just clenched a bit. The other thing I thought was really interesting about it is, like, look, VR is not the holodeck. We're not at that point, and without some crazy treadmill rig that do exist, you know, you can't really do full walking movement in a VR game like that. So there's some sort of concessions that need to be made to how you actually move around a game like that. So in this case, it's the, you know, you click to rotate and you click to move and everything. And honestly, I said this during the demo, and I didn't mean this as a dig either. It reminded me of, like, wizardry and might and magic, like the old first-person RPGs that you navigate by, like, moving in the cardinal directions, that you sort of, like, you know, tuk. Again, I didn't think that was a bad thing, but it definitely reminded me of those games, just way better because it's Skyrim. So I don't know. I think if you look at in that term, it's actually kind of sweet, and also, you know, it's the VR version. Like, actual Skyrim still exists, and it's coming to Switch as well. What was that joke I said about earlier? Go for it. Damn. I broke my fidget spinner. Like, I actually broke it. It's not a very well made spinner, is it? Wow. Wow. We're gonna go see the show floor again. So far, I think what I've learned the most from walking around the show floor is that Penelope loves dice, which, as choking hazards go, I think means we're raising her right. No joke, she just really wants her own set of polyhedrals.
Like, no, yeah, it's true. She's like, we looked by, like, the most expensive, like aluminum dice booth, and she's like, red dice. And it's like, no, sweetie, you can't have a $135 set of murder toys.
She thought about it for a while too. She looked at all the different colors and was going, red dice. Like, I didn't ask you. We've decided that we're gonna go to the Chessex booth and try to get Penelope her own polyhedral die or dice. The trick being, they make them large enough that you can't eat.
Not that she's, like, into, like, eating and swallowing things now.
She really isn't, honestly.
But I'm just paranoid.
Just in case.
Dice.
You want dice? She really wants dice. We're just waiting to get to the front of the queue here so she can pick her colors.
What color dice do you like, Penelope?
Aqua dice.
Aqua dice? Penelope, what color do you like? Red dice. Red dice?
I can't believe I'm already buying Penelope her first set of polyhedrals. This is just too amusing not to mention, but we got back to where we're hanging out and Penelope's really enjoying playing with the dice, and I was looking at the receipt because Kathleen was like, how much even were those? And the 6 colored normal dice that we got and the 1 fancy dice and the bag, literally the total came to, after tax, $13.37. Which is, I mean, I don't make a big deal out of like, oh, it's leaked, it's so cool, it's a nerd number, but it's like, that's serendipitous. I enjoy it. All right, now it's 12:15, and we're at the Twitch booth, myself and James, and we're here for the Twitch meet and greet, which we've never done before, and we're excited to finally get a chance to do. And I don't know exactly how this is going to go. The floor is soft. The way these guys are sitting on the couch looks really normal and comfortable, and like a thing that humans do. I've never actually been to one of the Twitch partner lounges before. This is kind of amazing, because this is on the floor. This is like on the expo floor. They have a whole area that's just for Twitch partners to hang out in. This iced tea is unsweetened, which is actually fine. I just didn't expect it. All right. Ran into Ilion in the partner lounge, and he's in costume as a corporate shill for Twitch and what's the glasses?
Geico.
Mixer. And then, I don't know how they let him into the Twitch partner area with the Mixer cape.
And Newmont Gaming.
Well, that one's legit. Check out Newmont Gaming. See, we're on there twice because it's James and I guess that's how they're adminning that. I went to the desk and asked, I was like, if we're doing a meet and greet, where should we go? We just been waiting. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, you probably want to go around the corner. There'll be a bit of a line. And I'm like, no. What if we are the meet and greet? Where do we go? She's like, oh, around the corner. There's podiums. So I guess she told me just to go there.
She told me to wait in here, and then she would bring me my shirt.
The woman at the front desk there?
I was talking to the girl over there at that desk. Our shirts were there, and now they're not.
Is it the girl by the podium?
Maybe.
Let's go to the podium.
Let's go to the podium.
First option.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hey! I'm gonna go transform. Haha! Everything's purple. Will you what? Why are you not even trying to get dressed?
I got my Twitch shirt on. I'm good.
You're what?
I got my Twitch shirt on.
True. They gave you the nice jersey though.
I know.
This is quite cool. I dig this. I'm here with here at the partner meet and greet with Joe.
Hi, that would be me.
And Joe just handed me this bottle of Shasta Club Soda. This is the first time this has happened in years.
Do you want me to like hold it while you...
I was gonna say, you want to take it? I am not. I'll tell you right now, I'm not downing a liter of club soda in one pull.
You don't have to. It was just the only one I could find.
Oh.
See, it looks white because the purple lights have made it.
I also bought it
yesterday.
It's not terrible. It's not the worst club soda I've had. I wouldn't choose it. Good job, Shasta. It's palatable. Ding! I gotta change out of my Twitch partner jersey, which I'm doing here in this space, which is behind the Twitch booth.
Pretty sure that one of those weird couches is just on the other side of this wall. Everything's fine. Meant to. Yeah, you see where those two guys are talking? It's the back of that wall is where I was getting changed.
Do you guys feel like a thing?
The booth went away. Thank you. 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 We got given lots of stroopwafel, and one of the packs didn't fit in the box, so everyone's having a stroopwafel. And another PAX is over. And I don't know what our plans are for this evening. This compelling content has been brought to you by me.